When our mental state isn't the best and we're struggling, it's so easy to form these unhealthy habits which are healthy for the time because they enable our survival. We go on autopilot and every day is the same because that's what we can manage. And the problem lies when our mental state improves, when we're actually not struggling anymore and we feel happy and life just seems to be on the up. And yet we still have these unhealthy habits that we had when we needed them, when they were necessary. They're not necessary anymore, but you still hold these unhealthy habits because the clue's in the name. They're habits, they're hard to let go of. I feel like I'm in a place right now where I'm just extremely present in my life. I feel like everything I do with intention and an awareness and an excitement, and it feels great. However, I just feel like at the same time my life is still a bit messy. It just feels cluttered. I think that's the best way to describe it. So I made a list in this notebook of all the sort of unhealthy habits which I feel like I picked up, especially last year, that I don't want to have anymore. And I sort of have been making an active effort to avoid those things. But yeah, this is a really long-winded way of saying I needed change. I did some redecorating of my room, wrote up some new routines, made plans with people, did stuff, but also was more aware of everything I was doing. I ate more intentionally, existed more intentionally, and also paid more attention to the aesthetic that I'm projecting. I feel like I just had more of an awareness of the self, and I wrote a load of stuff and I thought I would just share it all in a chaotic but mood feeling driven video. We tend to project how we feel on our surroundings, and these surroundings then take on baggage, meaning, feelings. With a change of mind, a change of environment can be so useful. Okay, so I think I also want to reorganize my bookshelf. Currently it's in a rainbow order, and even though I love it, because I've changed that, and also just the general vibe of this side of my room is a bit darker, I sort of want to keep to those tones, like the reds, the blacks, dark purple, and potentially remove some of the yellows and blues, and probably put them at my little book trolley cart over here. And yeah, I think at the moment they're sort of all the same height. I might experiment with that and have some shorter, some taller books and make it look a little bit more chaotic. We'll see what works, but yeah.
Walter Mosley said that a man's bookcase will tell you everything you'll ever need to know about him, which I think is quite an interesting thought. The idea that the books we read reflect ourselves. Perhaps a bookshelf is a kind of mirror which reflects the inner soul, rather than the physical body. When faced with the empty shelf, I realised something. The act of decapitating a bookshelf is quite a poignant one. To make the decision whether to move, keep or throw a book which you once thought was important enough to stay there is representative of change itself. And I know this sounds quite dramatic for the fact that I was just rearranging my room, but that process of changing your environment But when you make it an actively reflective one, it can be an incredibly insightful journey. Making plans, doing, having things to look forward to can be as simple as getting a cup of coffee or tea with a friend, or watching a movie with your family. It can be going to parties and meeting new people.
Stay close to home, my lovely daring boy. You got the world
Or baking in your kitchen.
at your feet. You ain't heard much yet, but my raspy little voice telling you to come on, come clean.
It can be reading stories to your sisters, or writing the next great novel. Though some days, making plans, doing things, doesn't have an appeal at all. A big part of making a change in my life is just me recognizing my feelings, accepting the emotion, sitting in it, and then, when I'm ready, moving on. But not just being aware of our own emotions, also being aware of the food we eat, the process of making it, being aware of the physical in the world, our own physical, our movement. I also made a more structured morning routine that I hope to follow and a Sunday reset routine. I just wanted to give some ideas, food for thought, my opinions on how you can make change, especially in the coming winter months where it's so easy to fall into a rut and live on autopilot. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all and I hope you have a lovely day.